Once upon a time, in a small village nestled in the hills, there lived a young dreamer named Leo. Leo had heard tales of a mystical golden city where everything shimmered with gold. The city was said to grant any visitor wealth, wisdom, and eternal happiness. Though many doubted its existence, Leo believed in the golden city with all his heart. One day, he decided to set out on a journey to find this legendary place. Leo packed a small bag with food, water, and his favorite book. As he left his village, the villagers laughed and told him he was chasing a myth. But Leo was determined and full of hope. He walked for days, through forests, over mountains, and across rivers. Along the way, he met a wise old owl who offered him guidance. The owl warned him of the challenges ahead but encouraged him to stay strong. Leo thanked the owl and continued his journey, feeling more confident. He soon reached a vast desert, where the sun blazed down mercilessly. Despite the heat, Leo pressed on, determined to reach the Golden City. As he walked, he encountered a traveling merchant with a cart full of exotic goods. The merchant offered Leo a golden compass, claiming it would lead him to the city. Leo traded his last piece of bread for the compass, hoping it would guide him. With the compass in hand, he navigated the desert, feeling a renewed sense of purpose. After days of walking, he reached an oasis where he met a group of friendly travelers. They shared stories of their own quests and adventures. Leo learned from their experiences and felt inspired to continue his journey. One of the travelers, a skilled map maker, gave Leo a map of the surrounding lands. Leo studied the map and realized he was closer to the Golden City than he thought. Filled with excitement, he set off again, following the map's directions. As he traveled, he passed through a dense forest where the trees seemed to whisper. The forest was dark and eerie, but Leo remained focused on his goal. Suddenly, he heard a rustling sound behind him and turned to see a mischievous squirrel. The squirrel chattered and pointed toward a hidden path in the forest. Leo followed the squirrel, who led him to a clearing filled with golden flowers. In the center of the clearing stood an ancient stone statue with a glowing inscription. The inscription read, "Only those with a pure heart can find the Golden City." Leo smiled, knowing his intentions were pure, and continued on the hidden path. The path led him to a sparkling river that seemed impossible to cross. As he pondered how to get across, a kind fisherman appeared in a small boat. The fisherman offered to take Leo across the river in exchange for a story. Leo gladly shared the tale of his journey so far, and the fisherman was impressed. They crossed the river, and the fisherman wished Leo luck on the rest of his journey. On the other side of the river, Leo found himself in a lush valley filled with fruit trees. He picked some fresh fruit to eat and rested under a tree, feeling refreshed. As he got closer, the light grew brighter, and he felt a surge of energy. He reached a vast desert where the heat was intense and the sand burned his feet. Leo pressed on, knowing that the Golden City was near. In the middle of the desert, he found an oasis with cool, refreshing water. Leo drank deeply and rested in the shade of a palm tree. While resting, a colorful parrot landed beside him and squawked, "Golden City ahead." "Thank you, friend," Leo said, feeling more hopeful than ever. He continued through the desert, with the parrot flying overhead. Soon, he saw the outline of the Golden City on the horizon. It was even more magnificent than he had imagined, with golden towers that touched the sky. The city gates were guarded by 2 lions, made entirely of gold. Leo approached cautiously, unsure if the lions were real. To his surprise, the lions spoke, "Welcome, brave traveler, you have reached the Golden City." The gates swung open, and Leo stepped inside, his eyes wide with wonder. Everything inside the city gleamed with a golden glow, from the streets to the rooftops. The people of the city wore golden robes and smiled warmly at Leo. "You made it," they cheered, welcoming him as one of their own. Leo felt a sense of belonging like never before, as if he had finally found his true home. As he explored the city, he discovered a library filled with ancient books of wisdom. He spent hours reading, gaining knowledge that would last a lifetime. The city also had a beautiful garden with golden roses that never wilted. Leo walked among the roses, feeling at peace with the world. In the center of the garden stood a fountain that bubbled with liquid gold. Leo dipped his hands in the fountain, feeling its warmth and energy. Suddenly, he realized that the real treasure of the Golden City was not the gold itself. It was the wisdom, the kindness, and the sense of fulfillment it offered. Leo smiled, understanding that his journey had been about more than finding a city. It had been about discovering himself and what truly mattered in life. The people of the Golden City invited Leo to stay with them forever. But Leo knew he had to return to his village to share what he had learned. He thanked the people and promised to spread the city's wisdom far and wide. As he left the Golden City, the lions gave him a small golden key as a keepsake. "This will remind you of the city wherever you go," they said. Leo waved goodbye and began his journey back home, the key clutched in his hand. The return journey was much easier, as Leo's heart was light and his mind clear. When he arrived at his village, the people were amazed at his transformation. "You found the Golden City?" they asked in disbelief. "Yes," Leo replied, "and it was everything I dreamed of and more." He shared the wisdom he had gained with everyone, helping them live happier lives. The village prospered, and Leo was respected as a wise and kind leader. He never forgot the lessons of the Golden City and always kept the golden key close. Over time, the village became known as the Golden Village due to its wealth and happiness. Travelers from all over came to learn from Leo and see the golden key. Leo welcomed them with open arms, just as the people of the Golden City had welcomed him. He taught them that true wealth comes from within and that kindness is the greatest treasure. The village flourished and its people lived in peace and harmony. Leo grew old, but his spirit remained young, always eager to help others. On his final day, he passed the golden key to a young dreamer in the village. "This is for you," he said, "to remind you that anything is possible if you believe." The young dreamer smiled and promised to keep the key safe. Leo closed his eyes with a contented sigh, knowing that his legacy would live on. The village continued to thrive, filled with laughter, love, and the wisdom of the Golden City. The golden key became a symbol of hope and inspiration for generations to come. And so, the tale of Leo and the Golden City was passed down through the ages. It reminded everyone that the journey is just as important as the destination. The village remained a beacon of light, where dreams were nurtured and happiness reigned. Leo's name was remembered with honor and gratitude by all who heard his story. The Golden City, though far away, lived on in the hearts of those who believed. And so, the legend of the Golden City continued to inspire new adventurers. For as long as there were dreamers, the Golden City would never be forgotten. And in the end, the real Golden City was not a place, but a state of mind.